Good morning, folks. Good morning. As you see, I'm out here. Just got done with a 3 mile walk. Took me a little under an hour. It was just a nice little stroll. But I just want to get on here and talk about how a lot of folks say in order for you to buy maybe your dream vehicle or a vehicle that you enjoy, a lot of people say you should wait till you in your late 50s, early 60s, retirement age, because you shouldn't be spending all that money on those cars, whether if it's a muscle car, American muscle, supercar, exotic car, or whatever, or whether if it's just a regular old brand new vehicle, with brand new vehicle, 50, 60 grand. A lot of people say, oh man, why would you want to spend that kind of money on a depreciating asset, liability? Because we know cars depreciate unless you get into exotic cars where they're still going to depreciate, but maybe not as bad as any other vehicle. And I realized yesterday, man, being at the Audi dealership yesterday, I was there for hours. There's my daughter looking for a car. Very picky. Man, that's one thing. These kids these days, they are picky. They don't believe in buying a hand-me-down or a cash car or, something very cheap just to get them from point A to point B. It's all about looks, the features. It's got to have Apple CarPlay and all. And I'm just sitting here like, man, when I was her age, I was just happy to have a newer model vehicle that was under warranty. They got me back and forth to work, maybe go play a little bit, but I was just happy. We was there for hours. So we at the Audi dealership, and we're just sitting here. We're just going through. Like I said, our neighbor works there, so he's helping us, sort through this, and we're going car by car, the year, the make, the model, and while I'm sitting here, while he's talking to her, while I'm sitting here in this Audi dealership in the showroom, I just look around and see all these people coming in, purchasing Audis. And as I look around, we're talking about Audis, very high-end German cars. And I look around, the guys and girls that are coming in, they don't look like retirement age. They look like the average, maybe 30, 40-year-old coming in. And there are a couple of the sales people or in their mid-30s and they're driving high-end cars. And I'm like, man, I asked the guy, like, man, hey, whose car is this? He's like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, man. Man, 33 years old, driving a nice car. He's one of the top salesmen here. Like, killing again. I'm like, man, why would he buy that? That's not good. That's depreciating. That's just not good. But then I got to thinking, like, I'm like, man, me and my neighbor, we got to talking. Because my neighbor, he's 30 years old, and he has a RS7. Beautiful vehicle, bright red. And we just got to talking, and I was like, man, folks say in this day, a lot of people say, man, you shouldn't buy those type of because they're high-end vehicles. We all know the maintenance is very expensive for German cars. So a lot of people say, you shouldn't buy those type of cars because you're wasting your money. Well, especially when it comes to breaking down, you got to put it in the shop. It's going to run you maybe seven grand. Cause my neighbor said the RS7 for him to get a full brake job is $7,500. So, and he was like, my neighbor was like, yeah, a lot of people do say that you should wait till, you retirement age, this and that. But like he had a good valid point. Man, as long as you good with your finances, you're making good money, you know how to save and invest, why not go out there and buy the house of your dreams, or maybe the car of your dreams, or maybe, sit there and travel the world, go to every country, continent that you want to go to, because that's something that you always dreamed of. You don't want to wait till you in your 60s, 70s to do all that, because hey, we all know as we get older, our bodies start breaking down. So why not focus on it right now? Why not work towards it right now? And I got to thinking, like, he not lying, man. We left there. I mean, we getting ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? Daughter getting ready to pick up her car. He took me in a test drive. We got into two cars. They have a full electric GT e-tron sedan. When I mean this vehicle is fast, 900 horsepower. And I'm not a fan of EVs because I like to hear my vehicles. But boy, let me tell you something. That car was so fast that I told him I would never thought in a million years. They wanted $180,000 for it. If I won a lottery now, I would not buy that car because it is too dang fast. And then we took me into 2025. It's I think 2026 or 2025, don't quote me wrong, but RS Q8. We all know the Q8s kind of look like a Lambo a little bit, the Lamborghini Urus. But man, he took me in that RS Q8. The exhaust, the amount of technology in that vehicle, and the power that vehicle had, being that it's a big SUV, and the power that thing got is ridiculous. So I'm sitting here like, man, look at the sticker price, $144,000, I think $580 or something like that. Most people be like, man, that's too much money to spend on a car. Why would you want to waste your money? But at the end of the day, and I will say this, and I had an older gentleman tell me this, that's very wealthy. He's been wealthy for a long time. He just didn't become wealthy in retirement age. But one thing he told me is, when you want to create your lifestyle, well, if you want to quit your job and start a business, quit your job and go to another career, or whatever it is, or you want to buy a vehicle, and like he told me, learn to create a stream of income or incomes to help you pay for that lifestyle, to help you pay for that vehicle, to help you pay for your rental properties or whatever the case is. Create extra stream of income instead of using your main resource income to fund these pleasures for you. And I'm like, man, it's just, it amazes me how people would say, yo, that's way too much money spent on a car or this and that. Everybody have habits and things that they blow their money on. You might be a person where you travel maybe 20 times a year, and you put it on your credit card so you can get points and stuff, and you might pay it off at the billing cycle, or you might pay half. So everybody has their way of what I want to call rich life is. Everybody. Some people like to travel. They want to travel the world, out of the country. Some people would just like traveling the states because there's a lot to see around the United States. Some people don't like traveling at all. Some people like to spend their money on cars. Some people like to spend their money on going out to fancy restaurants. Everybody has a hobby or a desire to do something, and you don't have to wait until you're of age to do it. Especially when you're young, you're out of school, especially if you're in your career, start focusing on what's the next step. Okay, if you're in your 20s, let's focus on, okay, the next 5-10 years, where do I want to be? How do I want my life to be? So, just want to get on here and just vent a little bit, just talk a little bit, how, man, you don't have to wait till retirement age to buy the things you want, to enjoy your life. But don't put yourself in debt to do it, to go out here and buy these nice luxury cars, to take these nice luxury expensive vacations. Don't put yourself in debt. Don't put yourself underwater just to say, I'm living life, I'm living good. But once you go home and go behind a closed door, you got all these bills, and now you're making 6 figures or more, but you got all these bills that you don't know what to do. So we just gotta be mindful, be smart. All right, I want everybody to have a blessed Sunday. Stay prayed up, and y'all take it easy. Peace.